Alright guys, going to talk a little about the Whirlwind build for the Barbarian. It's a lot of fun. And if you're wanting to know more about it, I would read a couple threads on the forums. One by a guy named Neutro, NWTRO. It breaks down the sprint, run like the wind, the mechanics of the tornadoes that are spawned by that skill. That I'm going to start spawning here in a second. They work off of attack speed, and there are breakpoints that can be achieved by getting attack speed on your gear. I'm lagging a little bit, but we'll see if we can make this work. The breakpoint I'm at right now, my attack speed is 2.92 when I'm using Wrath of Berserker, another core skill of this build, and 2.85 is a breakpoint where the tornadoes will tick at 30 ticks total over 3 seconds. So yeah, it's a lot of damage. I've got an axe in my main hand and an Echoing Fury in my offhand. Why everybody likes the Echoing Fury so much for this build is if you notice that 0.23 attacks per second, that's going to apply to both weapons, and it bumps you up about a break point, depending on where exactly you fall. I've got 10% attack speed on my weapon, and then 34% on the rest of my gear, which, like I said, moves me to that break point at 2.85. What you want to do when you gear is target one of those breakpoints and get the attack speed. You don't want to go too far over the breakpoint because those affixes or gear slots are better used doing other stuff. Let's see. You definitely want lifesteal. Very core to this build. It's what's going to keep you up. Actually, when I started, I neglected lifesteal. Kind of drove myself into the ground. I just couldn't figure out what was going on. What helped me especially was reading on the forums. A couple guys, Uberjagger, like I said, Noobtro earlier, a guy named Waynold. Anything that they're saying is good stuff. Pay attention. I would read anything that they've put out. With this build, you're gonna a lot of builds too. You're gonna want to have as much move speed as you can. The cap's 25. Typically, people get 2 pieces of gear. For a budget barb, kind of like myself, I would recommend Tyrael's Might. Doesn't have as good a stats as the Immortal King's chest, but it'll give you that 12 move speed. You can pair it up with either a Lacunes or Inya's Pants, or if you can get boots, you can get Immortal King's boots, just some rare boots or Ice Climbers. You can get Ice Climbers with move speed, but that's usually out of a lot of people's price range. It's way out of mine. Other than that, you want to stack as much crit chance and crit damage as you can. Right now I've got 45% crit chance, and that's working. 448 critical hit damage. But let's see how all this plays out then. I also have a Stone of Jordan with cold damage, which really doesn't do anything for your paper DPS. And for this build, your paper DPS is really kind of deceptive. My base is around 100,000, but I'm doing a lot more than that. And I actually forgot to get into the fray up. That's the first thing you want to do, is get your battle rage going, and then get Wrath of the Berserker up, and then find some bad guys. Well, there we go. These guys don't look too bad. I'm running, for my passive skills, I've got Brawler, which I highly recommend. It'll give you, if you look at my damage periodically, when they all three stand together, it'll pop up to 2. I think it was 235 there. That's really nice. And I've got Frenzy with Maniac, which gives me another 25%, or 20% actually, when I get 5 stacks going. And it's not too hard to maintain those stacks. You only need to hit once you get the 5 up. But if you notice, I'm doing fairly well. One thing you want to do when you're in Wrath of the Berserker here A lot of times if you're running through, geez, I'm lagging, you will get Fury capped. Your globe will fill up, and it's important to note that um, that Fury doesn't count towards the glyph if you're capped. So to avoid that, what a lot of guys do, if you watch Wayne will play, or any of those guys, they'll spam into the fray and run like the wind just to burn Fury in order to kind of make room. I mean, so if you notice, I'm doing it now. It just depletes your globe. That way you can earn more Fury and get time back on Wrath of the Berserker. But I think that might do it for now. Happy spinning, and I hope you guys can have as much fun as I am with this. This is I don't know, this is the best build, or the most fun I've had with a build in Diablo 3 so far. But alright, take it easy.